Good day to you, parents and students. One of the biggest, don't want to say the word evil, but I can't find a better word. Evil that we've seen is comparison at school. I have seen students' morale destroyed because they start comparing either to their friends, and the parents start comparing their students' results to their relatives, to their siblings, to somebody in their apartment, and so on. What's so bad about comparing? Let me tell you a story, and a very quick story that I tell my kids as well. Imagine there's a rat, okay, and he's got a beautiful name, and the beautiful name is the name of a flower called chrysanthemum. And this rat is so happy with the name it has until it goes to school and it gets made fun of because of its name. Chrysanthemum? My God, what a miserable name. This rat now doesn't want to go to school because he's made fun of because of his name. And he compares his name to all the other names. Stupid names like Tom, Dick and Harry. Stupid names. But he feels that his name, Chrysanthemum, is worse than Tom, Dick and Harry. And then, because of that, he doesn't want to go to school. Until a teacher comes one day, I think the teacher's name is Twinkle, and Twinkle comes and says, "Wow, Chrysanthemum, I'm pregnant, I'm having a baby, and I would want to name my child Chrysanthemum." And that rat feels so happy. Comparison takes you high, comparison takes you low. No matter what you do, whether you take the child to a high or the child to take to a low, it just both destroys it. So I've seen students I've known parents whose child was scoring 95, 96, but the sibling was scoring 100. And they would come home and say, "Show the marks card," and they says, "What? You lost 4 marks? You lost 2 marks?" And I've seen them when they grow up, they don't want to take that subject on. You will do that if you compare. Every failure is an opportunity to learn. And you should have only one thing. When you see any results or you see anything of your child, you're giving academically, is there progression or is there regression? Let's say a child is scoring in its 30 and it's saying such low marks. You're only saying the next test mark, can you score 31? The next test 32, next test 35, and so on and on. That is progress. In a year's time, you would be at, 80% mark if you focus on progression. But if you focus on comparison, you'll probably be at 30 for a very long time, or maybe even more miserable. It's a great book, and you need to probably read this, and it's called Atomic Habits. And it says that if I and you improve 1% every single day, you would be 32 times better the next year. 32 times better than what we are. 1% more. But if we focus on, we just lose 1% every single day, you'd be at 0 the next year. Your every comment, my every comment to my students, and your every comment to your children of comparison is bringing that 1% lower. So what do? We stop comparing. We just focus on progress over perfection, progress over perfection, progress over perfection. Are you progressing? Are you progressing? And that's all that matters. There's a long life to live for our children. Imagine they progress every single day or every single attempt. They would be exceptional. And that's what we want for our children at CFAL. That's what I want for my children. And that's what I wish for all the children here, all parents here. Don't compare. Progress. Are you progressing or regressing? If you're regressing, only one thing, you're not going to scold them. You give them a safe space and says, what can you do to be on the path of progression? That's all. Let us love our kids. Let us love our students, because they are the future, and comparison will destroy them. Thank you.